Hello once again, everybody. Uh, yeah, I'm back for the most part. Uh, it's been a while since I posted, so I didn't expect anybody to know that I was streaming today. Yeah, especially this early too. It's like fucking 1 o'clock where I'm at. So pretty early. Let's start off with a quick J. Not the best weed, but we're getting through it. Got a bunch of hash out there. So I have been quite obviously absent for a while here. There's been some updates uh, in my life, unfortunately. It's been a rough year so far. Hopefully, everyone else is doing somewhat okay. But so I guess the biggest thing is we lost two of our cats. They are not the cats you see on the TV show. I don't know if you can see Panda over here. She's that little fuzz right here. That's Panda. So she's okay. Ziggy's doing okay. He just got out of the vet. He's doing pretty well too, considering he's 20. Um, but we have cats that were on the other side of the house and kind of separate because they fight with my cats. And we lost two within like 2 months. And it was extremely hard. While I was dealing with that, we were dealing with that. My it started off, my email got hacked and destroyed and fucking compromised. And shortly after, my bank account got compromised and hacked. And they cleared me out. So all my money gone. Couldn't pay rent, couldn't pay anything. Everything went late. The boss at the time was sending checks to that account that got closed. So I wasn't getting any new money. And it was a big fiasco there. I went a month and a half, almost 2 months without getting paid while working. Those paychecks were getting sent to a closed bank account and getting sent back. And then I was being charged for that. So it cost me like $30 for fake fucking checks to get checks to get sent to an account that wasn't open. So I opened up a new checking account, get everything switched over to there. It got swiped. So I got my shit cleared out 2 times in 2 months, in 1 month apart from each other. So right back to no money, no rent, no fucking way to pay the internet, which I fucking stream with, no way to pay for anything. So I went 2 months under. I still am. Just now opened my third bank account, which I'm sure I have a weird feeling is gonna get fucking hacked again if I don't fucking switch stuff. So it goes to the problem of my email was hacked, which I'm guessing they got a lot of information on. But bank account shit, I'm getting my money back. I'm getting late fees. I'm getting this, whatever. That's a whole nother set of shit. The reason you haven't seen me on here is because guess what? This YouTube account and my Google account and everything at my Facebook account, my Instagram, everything I go off of is done off of my email. My email was compromised, and when I said it was compromised, I didn't have access to it. So I had to either take off the compromised email, like the alert, and then just use it like normal, like it's not fucked, or delete it. And if I delete that email, I delete this channel. I delete all my contacts unless I like handwrite them down. You know, I mean, like everything, is hooked through this. Every time I start an app or whatever, it's all through your Google account. And your Google account's associated with an email. You cannot change that email. So I'm at a weird spot right now where at any given time, I could lose access to my email, which would lose access to this whole show. So I'm like, do I keep posting on this show? Do I keep doing stuff? Because it could all go away. Streaming isn't too bad because it's just hanging out with friends and seeing people, but it's been very. Oh, there's Panda. There's a Panda. I did organize the studio as well, as you can see. It still looks a little different. You can jump. You can make it. Oh, she didn't want to. All right. There's the Panda. So Panda's still good. Uh, yeah, so it's just been really fucked. So, coupled with the fact that I've been, I am now, totally fucked financially. Getting my bank account cleared. If you missed it just now, had my account compromised, my email compromised. I just been totally hacked, totally fucked. We also lost two of our kittens, two of our cats. Um, Two cats you didn't see on the camera very much. But shit's been interesting to say the least. Otherwise, everything's okay. So I've been focusing on doing music and shit more, things like that. Anything besides the channel. The band is still going good. Everything's still going good. I am now at the point where I may have to just keep this email and this up just for this channel. It's just hard, like I said, because I feel like at any moment this shit could be fucked with. Um, Whoever fucking hacked in my shit has like all my account information, not just some of it. Because when I started a new account, they just got right into that. So I'm like, fuck, dude, it's just weird. You know what I mean? So that being said, I guess I'm going to try and start streaming again and just acting like nothing happened as long as I can, disassociating everything else from this email. There's a possibility that I might have to start a whole new channel. And if that comes to the case, I'll try to put up a bunch of, hey, join my new channel. It just sucks because I've been fucked with so much already on this channel. When I started this channel, it was building really fast, doing well. Mickey D, hey, buddy, good to hear from you. Long time no see. But I've been staying positive. Like I said, worst comes to worst, I'll start a new channel and just start over again. Lose some people, but if I put enough mentions on here, I'm sure most people will find me wherever I'm at. This channel's been pretty shadow banned anyway, so because I cuss and smoke weed and they know it. So I'm not promoted super well, but that doesn't matter. I just hang out because I liked. So I'm probably gonna start streaming again like normal. In fact, I might be streaming more than ever. What sucked was this all happened right when I set up so much shit for this show. Go figure. I got a bunch of new gadgets I wanted to do reviews of. I got some people lined up for interviews. I had fucking a bunch of cool stuff that I've been trying to do for a very long time. I have my hash making fucking I have a fucking hash making like lab going on. I was gonna try and set it up in here, which I probably could. Although my kitchen's the best place. I turned my kitchen into like a fucking hash making fucking factory, man. I can fucking pump it out. I was gonna do videos on that. I also started a cooking show. I even have a couple of episodes filmed and edited. And I just didn't want to put them out because I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen with this fucking shit. So I have more content now than I've had in like a year or 2 years. So it was a bit of a bummer that all this happened all at once. 2023 was supposed to be the year to really get the content rolling, but it's not over yet, and I still got a bunch of fucking cool shit lined up. I might have a special little rosin press to check out. I have the cooking show is going really well. I'm like, damn, man, that cooking show went better than I thought. I've gotten so many people trashed off of fucking Rice Krispie treats, chocolates, and tinctures. It's hilarious and fun. I made a batch of cotton candy flavored Rice Krispie treats as I do for the show. Now I'm gonna probably just start over and do another one, but man, I made a batch of Rice Krispie treats and I fucked up like 8, 10 people. Frankie, looking forward to all the new content. I was really fucking in a good place at the end of last year where I'm like, you know what? It's going to be content, content, content. And don't get me wrong, I'm still working on stuff all the time. But of course. But you know what? I kind of look at it as one of it might be a hidden blessing. If this channel goes down, it sucks. I love this channel. I mostly love the people I've made friends with over the channel, the connections and shit. Got me all furry. That's the biggest loss I would take. Is I feel like if I start a new channel, I'm gonna miss a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys won't know. A lot of you guys won't take the effort to change over, or just won't see it. And yeah, it's just so I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, if I start a new channel, I could build it up just like I built this one up. Who knows? YouTube doesn't love what I'm doing, so I'm never accepted here. I was just watching somebody talking about how awesome it is to be a creator and how awesome YouTube, the example they use too is like, you can watch this chick who is like putting on her makeup and talking about ghost stories, right? And she makes like fucking some ridiculous amount, 6 figures a year doing her makeup and talking about ghost stories on fucking YouTube. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And his point was, he's like, if she went into a major like studio, like TV station 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and said, this is my idea, I'm not paint my face and talk about it, they'd laugh her stupid ass right out of the fucking show, like, get the fuck out of here. That's not content, that's not anything. Nowadays, that chick can make a living off that. That's fucking dope. But it was hard in my mind because I'm like, yeah, but what if you want to smoke weed and be yourself? And it sucks that I'm getting there we go. Why don't you share it with me? Can we just share the camera? Anyway. Nick, hey bro, off work, but I'm glad to see you back. Got my first dab rig and it's sweet. I'll send it on Insta. You should. We'll check it out. Now you get to see the familiar fluff in all its glory. Panda is doing well. Quick recap, we have lost 2 cats. 2 cats that you were not used to seeing. They were on the other side of the house. But with that, we did get another kitten. So we have a kitten in the house. There is a tiny little guy. Not necessarily my decision, but of course I accept it, and I love cats and love kittens. So you will be seeing kitten action on this show. She was a bit of a kitten when she first started, but she's a big floofy kitten. This is a little kitten. So soon you will be introduced to the little cricket. His name is Cricket. So get ready for that cuteness too. He's almost too much to handle. But I figured I'm going to start streaming and start uploading these videos onto the channel here pretty soon on a regular basis now. That little cricket. Yep, he's the little cricket. He bounces and chirps, so it was very fitting. I did not name him. Yeah, I am just facilitating a place for the kitty and loving him along the way. I love cats. Look at that stare. She's like, it's been too long. It's been too long. You got hairs on your face. She knows I'm talking about the kitten, and she's like, fuck that cat. She's not super cool with the cat yet. She is the baby, so she's not happy that there is another baby. Can't totally blame her for that. But things have been okay. Not really. They've been terrible. I've mentally been holding in there. That's all you can do, man. I try to stay positive even when shit's going down. Why not? Panda is very jealous of the cat, and she hisses at him. Ziggy is pretty indifferent to him, but he comes up and tries to like smack play him. The kitten comes up and tries to smack play Ziggy, and Ziggy runs away. He ain't having it. But Ziggy was that kitten fucking with other cats at one point in time, so he deserved it. He's had it coming for a long time. But Nick got an ounce of hemp. You can make some cool stuff out of it. Even if it's like CBD hemp stuff, you can make hash out of it and stuff, and it's cool. I like hemp. You can make cool stuff. CBD and THCA. Yeah, you can make edibles really easy out of it, and I wouldn't mind playing with hemp. I actually have made hash from hemp, which is pretty cool. Water hash, bubble hash, and then I mean I wasn't able to smoke it, but I've made it. Poem. What is up? What is up indeed? Shit. I'm just glad to be back. Although I've been here and there and everywhere. Uh, staying busy. Currently, about to be going into the studio, not this studio, a different studio, for the EP for the band Condemned to Burn. Still fucking with Condemned to Burn, of course. There's a bunch of hash, and this weed sucks and goes out all quick. Rick, alrighty. See you next time. Definitely. Yeah, it's a little early for me to be on, but I actually have to go start leaving in a couple of hours. So I'm like, do I do it first or do I do it later? Who knows? Like I said, I will be on here a whole bunch, but doing different shit. Who knows? Like I said, at this point, everything's a little bit up in the air. I got the studio up and running better. The studio I'm in. If you notice, there's more. It's a little bit of a different scene in here, and that's mostly because I made a lot more room and hooked up all the equipment. So I got bass amps and guitar amps and fucking vocal amps, and mics, and fucking the whole nine set up in here. So hopefully, gonna be doing some recording and getting some actual other people in here. Yeah, that's been a big goal of mine. Especially, I'm so broke right now. It would be really nice to do something that can bring a secondary income in here that I actually fucking enjoy. So, uh, yeah, and it makes it easier to work on my music when everything's set up in here for me. That being said, I'm just hoping everything goes good. I don't want to start being super active on this channel, fucking die. But at least if you guys know what's coming, you'll have a heads up to kind of look out for that. Otherwise, it's been good to take a little bit of a break, but like I said, I've actually been shooting a lot of videos. I have a lot of backed up stuff to go. Fortunately, it still needs finished and edited, but it's all been shot and it's ready to go. So, yeah, I'm really excited about the cooking show. I think that'll be a fun side show because I've gotten really good at cooking edibles and doing different things. One of the big things that goes along with it and goes along with the show and the ideas and all this shit I've been building is I've been making water hash, so ice, bubble hash, whatever, water extracted. So you wash all the crystals off the weed, and the goal of that is the trichomes are these stalks, and they have these little mushroom bulbs at the end. When they're fully developed and you've let your plant grow to its maturity, those little bulbs get really big and they like break off the top of the crystals. So when you're looking far, they just look like crystals. But when you zoom in, it's almost like a mushroom, stalk and a bulb on top. If it's really ripe and ready to go, that bulb is what cracks off. You collect those, press them together. That is hash. But what about that stalk? That stalk is still filled with goodies. So I'll wash all this weed and I'll look at it. It's got quite a bit of shit still on there. So I decided to dry that out, cook it, put it into edibles. And man, I've been making some insanely strong edibles off of weed that was already turned into hash. So I've been able to get a super large amount of product off of the smallest amount starting. So um, really happy to show some of that progress I've been doing because I didn't know a lot of the things I do, I can't find on Google. I got answers to the shit that Google can't. Marty, yo, what is up indeed? So, hope everyone, yeah, recap real quick, and I'll try not to keep doing it, but I know as people go on, they'll wonder where I've been. So, account hacked. Bank account, hacked. Email, hacked. Again, we lost uh, some very important kittens to us. You know, two of our cats passed away this year. My job is fucked. Everything is fucked, to be honest. I'm just in good spirits because I don't care. The things that make me happy aren't what make other people happy. I like hanging out with cats and making music and shit like that. To the point of I don't really care too much about the fact that I don't have a lot of money. I don't, you know what I mean? I got hacked and all my money taken. Guess what? It wasn't much fucking money. I don't have a lot. You can't steal a lot from somebody who doesn't have a lot. And the shit I do have a lot of, you can't steal. You take it away from me. I can lose things, but you can't fucking gain them. You can't gain, you know, my cats and the love I get from my own house, and you know, my instruments you could take from me, but you can't take my music away from me, if that makes sense. I'll still make it. I'm big into any instrument you put in front of me. Marty, let's play Fortnite. Never played Fortnite. So there might be more ganja game nights in the future. I have been toying with that. Uh, I just don't play a lot of games. And I like games. I love playing games, but I cannot get shit done if I play video games. I have too much stuff. So the idea was ganja game nights, but now I might be doing something I like to call track a day or you know, song a day, something like that. I'll figure out the name. I might even do this evening now that I have the studio set up. So the studio set up in a way that I can sit here or right here. You can almost see it. I can turn it, but I have a keyboard and the laptop. Everything's set up right here. So I was thinking about maybe doing it here, but it doesn't matter. The point is I can make songs while live streaming, and I've been wanting to do that because I've seen some people do it, and I find it entertaining. It's probably more of almost like a how-to and just a fun thing I can do, but I can still fucking hang out and talk and do that. So I will be on here quite a bit doing that. I've also thought about ganja game nights, like I said, but you know, uh, playing music, at least that I'm still playing music. I enjoy it. One of my big goals for this year was to start, you know, I already had it started, but to really develop the production company I started. I do Razor Wind Records is the name of it, although I might turn into like Razor Wind Productions or Razor Wind Entertainment because it's pretty broad, not just music, but I would like to shoot videos and shit. I've gotten to the point where I've taken myself on tour. I know how to do it. I've set up gigs. I know how to do it. I've set up bands. I know how to do it. I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing like the band management type thing or booking promoter or tour agent or all of the above. Producer is another big thing. So I've been making a lot of beats. I've been making rap beats. I just call them rap beats, and they've changed what genre they are depending on what year it is, and I haven't changed much at all. But I've been making music for fucking like a decade, and on the computer, and I can do it to the point where I can promote. You know, it's worthy of getting out there. So I wouldn't mind turning this into something I do for a living. That was one of my big goals, was to start the production company, get some music out, and get myself on a bigger label, hopefully. That shit's all dead. There's not a lot of labels anymore, but or start my own label, start my own thing. Pretty much just become a name in the music industry. Which, you know, my metal band very quickly, the metal band I'm in, I should say, our metal band is it rose from zero to one of the top metal bands in Colorado, like a top 10 in a year. I'm like, you know, it's just a matter of putting out the work, putting out everything. So I'm like, I'm not too worried about that. I feel like there's not a lot of people putting a lot of effort into that shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot to be the most the person putting in the most grind in a band, or the person putting in the most grind on the tour, or the person putting in the most grind, you know what I mean? Fucking, yeah, in the industry, pretty much. People fucking, it's interesting. Ringolo, Lee Rigolo? I probably say it terribly. What up, Lee? I'll just say Lee. Leh. It's probably even Leh. Probably even saying that wrong, but that's okay. Uh, hey, one of my goals is to get more worldly too. Get the fuck out there, meet people, and get corrected so I say shit right. Nice to see you back. It's nice to be back. I didn't mean to take such a long break, but it's been a hard one. But you know, one of my big things is even when shit's hard, you gotta keep doing shit if that's what you want to do. If this show was what I thought was doing a little bit better, and I thought was where I could make my mark and be seen and fucking eventually get to more people, I probably put in a little bit more effort than I do. But again, back to the whole YouTube does not like me smoking weed and cussing. In fact, the second I say fuck, shit, bitch, any of those things, like I just did now, no one else is going to be recommended this fucking video. And I can't help it because that's how I talk. So it's no point in me avoiding it. If I did, it would become a game of me constantly be like changing my words to fit something that could be sold and shit. And I use ad blocker. I fucking hate YouTube. YouTube can fuck off. YouTube sucks. It pays rich little douchebags. It just wants to be the Disney Channel, is all YouTube wants to be. It wants to babysit your kids for you. You got little shits? Here's YouTube. You know, fucking, they'll watch someone else play video games. They'll watch someone else do makeup. They'll watch someone else, you know, collect shit. They'll watch. But that's all, you know, and that's what they love. Kids selling kids to kids shit, but they make the money. So, hey, Ringo, ad blocker saved years of my life. So today, speaking of which, I went to watch a YouTube video and there's fucking ads on it through my ad blocker. YouTube is constantly finding a way to go around my ad blocker, and then ad blocker gets something, and then YouTube gets something, and I'm like, you guys can fuck off. It came down to the fact that YouTube made me watch ads. So right now, my ad blocker isn't working. I'm gonna stop watching fucking YouTube until I get it working again. Sometimes it takes weeks or months before that shit gets fixed. An ad blocker finds out what they're doing. Like I said, they're just playing, you know, leapfrog on that shit. And right now, YouTube won again. Today, I just saw fucking ads pop up on my YouTube with ad blocker clearly installed. And I'm like, oh, well, that's gonna be me not watching shit for a while. You know, fuck that. And if you ever see ads on my channel, that's 100% YouTube. I don't put ads on. There's no ads on my shit. But I've had multiple people tell me that they saw an ad before my video, which I'm like, oh, that's funny. Especially the one where I have like hundreds of especially on the video where I have hundreds of thousands of views, there's fucking ads on there. Why is that? So they're making revenue off of a video that I made. I'm not making any revenue off of. And they don't promote it because it's about drugs, but they'll take the money. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Ringo, oh, damn, mine works. Today. So it was today I noticed that. Literally setting up this live stream is when I noticed that. I was looking at a couple other videos because I was going to do not this live stream so much as the live stream I wanted to do maybe later on. I'm going to be gone for a few hours and I'll come back and I might do a stream later tonight, but it will be me making music. This is something I've wanted to do. Although it's been hard. So a lot of me, there's a big temptation to just start a new channel and just start uploading all the videos that I like on there. You know, like all the decent videos I've made, I'll just re-upload them there, although they'll get banned too. So it's a hard thing. I was told for years, go to Twitch. Twitch will be the thing. But Twitch is cracking down now. So I'm like, yeah, it's just a matter of time. The point is people don't want me to talk to you. That's what it is. Someone wants to put a wall between me and other people. And I get it because I talk about things that first off, the things I could talk about are up in the air. I have no allegiance to anything. So fucking that's kind of dangerous too. If I knew that I wanted to be a YouTube star again, I would never talk about cussing. I would never talk. Drugs are off topic. What's weird is I don't understand. It was also that I do drugs on TV, but then my show's about how to make them. And drugs is a rough word. I'm more of a, planter. I plant things and then I make extractions sometimes, but even that's a rough word because I feel like that's implying that I use like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess extraction's okay. I just don't like it when it's assumed that you're making something new. You know what I mean? Hash isn't something new when I make it. It's something just separated. It becomes something new, but I try not to. Like, I feel like when you take coca leaves and create cocaine, you have created a new substance. They are fucking worlds apart. But maybe I'm wrong too. I don't know. Fucking, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of experience with raw coca. But I don't know. Regardless, they don't like me talking about any of that shit. I don't know where I'll be accepted. And the big reason I didn't do Twitch was I'm like, okay, maybe they would have accepted me on there doing this shit and fucking like not been in trouble for it. But will I have the reach that YouTube has? YouTube has fucking billion people watching it. So I'm like, do you take your chance with a billion people but shown to none? Or a chance with, 100 million people and get shown to a few? And honestly, I probably should have went to Twitch, but then it all changes. What really sucks is my biggest goal is split. Of course, there's that egotistical part of you where you're like, I want to be seen. I'm on TV, yada yada. Maybe make something for myself and make a living and fucking do this because I enjoy it. But the other big part of it is I've always wanted to teach people how to do it for themselves. You like weed, grow it. Let me show you how. It's super easy. In fact, if everyone did it, the fucking prices at the dispensary would drop down so low that it'd be enjoyable to go there again. You know? You want hash? Well, let me show you how to make it. You want edibles? Let me show you how to make it. You want to see fucking dimensions you did not honestly believe were there? You got 5 minutes? You know what I mean? Like, my goal is to do things to. I really wish I would have found me at a young age. I was looking for me. I was looking for someone who had knowledge and wasn't trying to hoard it to themselves. You know what I mean? But instead, I just had to figure out everything the hard way. And now it's fucking. Now they don't want to let me tell other people. Funny, huh? But whatever. If everyone had a fruit and vegetable plants and some aromatic herbs or flowers, the world wouldn't need supermarkets and a pharmacy anymore. Dude, and there would still be supermarkets and pharmacies, but the price of everything would go down so much because the demand of them would go down and the supply would go up. Like, I just want everyone to be a little bit more self-reliant and I feel like we're always torn between creating and consuming. And I always want to create over consume. And when I consume something, I'm consuming it in a different way. If I eat something, I'm eating it. And the whole time I'm thinking, how do I make this? This is really good. This is going to be something I create later on. So I'm consuming it in a mental way too. Even food, music, all the shit that I listen to, I'm absorbing it to put into my own creations because you can only create what you've observed and what's inside of you. Maybe you do have originality and shit like that. But if you aren't taking things in, and that's also why it's good to surround yourself with good, intelligent people, good, intelligent media, fucking videos, movie, and music. You become what you surround yourself with. It's that classic thing where if you have 5 friends and they're all homeless drug addicts, your chance of being a homeless drug addict are really high. But if you have 5 friends and all of them are trust fund millionaires and billionaires, your chances of having less fucked up things happen and your chances of being in the right crowd at the right place and becoming a millionaire or having those opportunities yourself go up so much. So that's why I try to surround myself with fucking talented musical people and talented fucking people. I love being it's this weird feeling. So like if you've ever played music, I'll play with somebody who's so much better than me. And it's the worst feeling in the world. It's embarrassing. But at the same time, I love it because I'm like, if I play with people who are worse than me or I won't learn nothing. I instantly learn something when I'm humbled the fuck out by someone who's so much better than me. And really good people have talents up here and fucking egos down here. And they're like, no, it's cool. Here, this is how I do it. This is what you do. This is how you make. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, dude. It's amazing how much how fucking shit works. But with that, we are going to smoke some awesome hash. Speaking of which, I've been making a bunch of cool hash. So this is some tropical blizzard stuff that we're gonna smoke. It is interesting hash. For some reason, it wouldn't temple ball and roll into a ball quite like I like it. It flaked into this golden kind of look. So I've been smoking it on my hash pipe, which is just a glass pipe with a metal screen. But that metal screen, and it's kind of laid flat. So the bowl's down here, and yeah, my fingers are fucked. So your fingers shouldn't do that. Yours probably do that. But so the screen is on top, bent down a little, so you can put a little bowl of hash and get. I've noticed if you're smoking pure hash bowls, that's the way to do it. I'm about to vape some fresh flower from my indoor grow. Trying to figure out if it's ready or if I should go a few more weeks. So I've had it take like almost 3 fucking 4 weeks on it full dry. But it's kind of humid in my house because I have a swamp cooler. Even with that, I have a grow tent that's emptied out and has fans, humidifier, dehumidifier, and it keeps it at a perfect 65. The temperature I can't quite control as much. It's usually whatever the house is. So if it's at 65, 64 is usually right where I keep it. Fan, circulating air, 2 weeks is pretty solid. But the rule for me is as soon as it snaps, if I take a decent sized twig, because there's big ones, if it snaps, it's it's good to go in the jar. I don't care if it's a little moist when I go in the jar, especially if I think I'm not going to smoke it for a long time, because I'll put it in there and burp it every day, because I'm probably taking a bowl out of it every day anyway. So if you're smoking it nice and slow, and then it slowly cures, you should do that for months, keeping it at that ideal um, relative humidity inside of there and burping it and letting it slowly cure. That's how I used to be like very into doing it. Uh, I'm so fucking desperate for weed all the time. My weed just gets smoked immediately though. So the second that shit starts smoking, okay, we're loading bowls and joints because yeah, that's what it is. Oh, trying to see if you have vape some fresh flower, some fresh, like pull it off the plant, vape it. Uh, so a few more weeks. I don't know. This is a very touchy subject in the sense that you can find different people saying it. Yeah, fresh bud about to vape some. So I don't know. Never tried it. I have a vaporizer. I have fresh buds. I could figure it out. Dude, I've been so desperate. I bet this is 15, 20 years ago because I'm old and I started young. But I had no weed, had fresh plants. I would microwave. Me and my mom would microwave buds, popping and shit. They'd dry out, and then we'd smoke it. And I had so much, so I'd take a huge bud and microwave it, and then roll a massive fat one. And you get fucked up. It's horrible to do, but it works. I imagine vaping it, especially if you do it at a high temp, might dry it out and then start smoking it. And that if you're just burning off the um, crystals anyway, practically, I don't know, man. That might be the way to go. Have you done it before? Because I'm actually kind of interested in the bud, fresh, fresh vaping. If it's a thing, I'd be interested because I can do it too. This is like garbage weed from a dispensary. And I mean like dirt swag. So I have a whole bunch of hash in there to make it somewhat palatable. Actually get you high. But we are actually chill that for a second. So Ringo, I've done it semi-fresh, and the first few hits are very human, but it gets you high as cured weed. And that's when you're just trying to get high. Obviously, if you're smoking fresh buds, you're just trying to get high. You just need to get high. If it works, then that's a win in my book. Humid is a weird way to put vaping anyway, because I don't know. I'm curious now. I should try it at least once just to do it. Hey, it's a way to get high when you have no other. As for the timing on harvesting, so this stuff, no matter how many times I pressed it, I can still kind of take it and smash it. Then it does that. Kind of turns right back into keef. But it's fucking amazing stuff. So it's this golden. Works better if I hide my face because it tries to. But it's this golden color. So it's tropical blizzard. So it's fucking very, very terpy. That strain grows big nugs, not like super frost covered, not super fucking like if there's one thing that this strain has, it's flavor. It's just flavor on flavor on flavor. So it's very mouth-wateringly tangerine flavored, I would say. Where's all my hemp wick? I love hash. Yeah, hash is my go-to, especially when I'm smoking shit. In my mind, I'm smoking this shit fucking it's weed, but I keep wanting to say swag. It's like swag. So I think of myself back in the day, and I just went to Brit Floyd last night, the Pink Floyd cover band. Uh, so I've been listening to some Floyd, kind of get in the mood or whatever. And I saw that movie's from maybe the late '80s or the late '70s, early '80s. It might be like '81 or some shit like that. Anyway, regardless, it's back in the day. It's swag days, and he has a brick of hash, and he's fucking, it's like this big, and he's like taking off chunks and smoking it with a Zippo, which is kind of gross. Uh, Even I like to use this hemp wick. Speaking of which, but I was thinking, dude, back then I would have done everything in the world to get a hold of that hash, just like Frenchie Cannoli did. I would have went to another fucking country because smoking pot doesn't quite do it. And then I smoke a bowl of hash like this. So what I'm smoking right now is better than what he was smoking in that movie. Like he had a shitload. Um, it's very high quality. It's very good. I would have been fucking. I would have found a way to do it. Hey, baked beans. Hope you are well. I'm okay. I am okay. Does that mean everything is going well? No. But that's not what matters. All right, Leo. My friend family lives in France. With the name. No, I'm just joking. I don't know why I call you Leo either, but Le Rigolo, which I'm guessing means something like the rig, but I don't know. Anyway, don't listen to me. My family lives in France, so when I go visit them, I get some good Moroccan dry sift, and it's so good. It's meltiness in the pipe. Wait, it melts in the pipe or in my DTV5. Is that like a little porta vape or something? So I will show you how this stuff melts if you can kind of see it. It's very melty, very bubbly. That's why I'm a little. I think I might have pressed it funky. It's a little weird. It Lee. My username used to be Leo Rigolo, which means silly in French, but I took the Leo out. So I think I just remember the Leo. It's not, regardless, doesn't matter. I'm a stoner. So let's see if I can get Leo. Yeah. See, I'm still gonna call you Leo, and then I still call Nick, and he's Maker on here. I still call a couple of people by their old names. I get stuck in my ways. But let's see if I can't get a decent melt. So I might stand up. The scariest thing is I got the hot dab rids. Let's get that away from my hair, which I have most certainly fucking burnt multiple times. And we'll light up this hemp wick, which I'm if I'm smoking hash, the hemp wick is almost a must. Oh, do you see the panda? Do you see her little chair? You can't quite see it, but she has her own fucking couch. Do you see the couch? I might have to just move everything because she needs to be seen. So she has her own fucking couch now, which is the cutest fucking thing ever. Yeah, we'll just start stacking shit over on this side. But now you get to see just the cuteness that is Panda. So, isn't that fucking adorable? All right, so where am I gonna put this thing? I've been thinking about that. I might have to re-evaluate how I set up this room. Maybe I'll have two sides of glass or something like that. We'll figure it out. But yes, so Panda has her own fucking couch. If you saw I wish I could show it to you a little better. I should move the camera just for a sec. I will. I just hate putting it back. I'm picky about where shit is. Yeah, and you can't see it any better anyway. But that is perfect. So now she has her own wonderful spot. I will start clearing more stuff out. Figure it out. Just turn this side into all my stuff. Usually all my crap's packed over to this side, and then we'll pack it on there so we can see the cuteness that is Panda. I knew right away when I put that couch there. I mean, the couch is literally like this big, but it looks like a full size like love seat. Super cool. Had to get that for her. All right, so now let's get these out of the way. All this junk out of the way. Let's pack it on this side, I guess. Trying not to drag my hair through all the dust. A little bit of hash there, a little bit of hash there. All right. So, baked beans, love hempwick. Ever try a hot quartz rod? I have. I've even done where I wouldn't mind. There's when I smoked with Frenchie, which was a highlight of my smoking life or whatever. He had it just like this in a pipe with a screen on the screen, and then he had a little portable what is it, ceramic. It was like an electric. It just heated up a little bar of ceramic super hot. So you just heat up the ceramic. So that was fucking what I would get if I could. Just because I'm like, that was perfect. I also have an electric lighter, which I've used, which doesn't work great. I've also, what is it? I have these little glass marbles, and I've heated those up really hot and dropped it on top of a bowl. I need quartz ones so I can get them like glowing hot, and then you drop it on a bowl, and that lights up and lights the bowl, and that was pretty fun too. So, but and this isn't Hempwick the brand; it's actually called like it's a vegan hemp wick. So normal hemp wick has like beeswax and shit, and this is soy wax. Only difference. So I want to make my own, but someone already beat me to it and is selling it for really expensive. So I don't know. Maybe I could just sell it for cheaper and have a competitive edge. All right. Yeah. Baked bean, very comfy cake. Yeah, look at that. She couldn't be any better. Hey, it's Panda Cat. Good to hear from you. Panda Cat, how many fucking Funko Pop action figures do you have, my friend? I look at that, I'm like, this man has so fucking many. It's every day. You got hundreds. I know some people who got a lot, like a shelf filled with them. I'm like, this Panda's got that shit fucking on lockdown. Some are fucking cool too. I don't even. I wouldn't get into collecting them, but there's a couple I'd probably take out of the box and put on. Me. I'm really bad about collecting. My dad hated it. My dad was such a collector. He has so many comic books and so much shit like that, and I'd be reading them and fucking them all up. I'm like, I like actually using like. Anyway, here's this melt. I want to show you guys this melt, especially Mr. Leo. See how this stuff melts up. All right, so oh, so good. Yeah, that's so again, the stuff I may have was some of the most terpy buds ever. Like that's 100% what the grower was going for is just flavors. So I've noticed when I make hash like this and you press it out and roll it, it always kind of ends up tasting like hash. Like a lot of the terps don't quite come through, I've noticed, from the wash and this and that. But this is fresh, frozen, washed. So I cut my buds down, put them in the freezer, washed them immediately, and then fucking just made it right away. And that combination of the super terpy stuff and fresh frozen, then rolled and pressed, is some of the most flavorful hash I've ever had. It might not be the smoothest, it might not be the strongest, but like for sheer just wanting to like hit it over and over again, this stuff has been fucking crazy. Which brings me to another thing I was supposed to be doing is my strain reviews. Because strain reviews are actually really popular on fucking YouTube, but everyone who does them sucks. And they always buy them from the dispensary shit, so they can't tell you how it grows. A lot of these things I have grown, or I have a friend who's grown. So I have like seriously 20 strain reviews coming up on different strains and how they look and how they taste. Except for my problem is I try to make it look real professional and get nice photos and stuff. Sometimes I overdo it. With some of the most popular strain reviews are just some guy on a table with his cell phone be like, oh, yeah, and fucking just talking like a moron. So, and people love that shit. And it's honest reviews, at least. Like, but it's hard too. Personally, one of the things that helped me off on doing strain reviews is two people can grow the same thing and it turn out worlds apart. So, oh man, yeah, you gotta be careful with that hash. I'll tell you what, that hash will put you on your fucking ass. Not quite dabbable, so it's not 5 star or 6 star, however they judge it. It's probably like 3 star, but hey, it's got a star in there. That's pretty good. I'm just checking. I'm not gonna rate things, especially over the internet to people. I've smoked a lot of hash. This hash is pretty good. Something is funky on the fact that it didn't press together right. I would love to talk to a pro, but I'm on a bunch of forums. I just haven't had time to like hash making forums, and I haven't had time to be like, hey, this is my problem. This is what happened. Has anyone else dealt with this? And frankly, it turned out really good, so I'm not like complaining. I just had some questions because this has happened twice to me where I made really, really this fresh frozen bubble hash was so sticky that when it was in a pile of loose keef after I was done, I put it through a sifter to get it as thinly laid out as possible to dry. I mean, it was just like turning into hash on its own. It's like melting into itself. And then when I fucking like pressed it and like actually I hot bottle teched it where I just rolled it out. It would liquefy, and then I'd roll it up, and it just crumble out again. So I did it over and over and over again. And even now, it's in this. You could tell I have flattened it out, and I had pressed it. But then, as soon as I tried to roll it into a temple ball, which I've done many a times, uh, it would not do it. So interesting. Um, there's probably a very there's something I probably did in the steps that made me do that. Rosin smokes. Cheers. Cheers indeed. And high PK. Panda Cat PK. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm guessing I was going to say, I don't know what the PK stands for, but probably stands for Panda Cat. Yeah, the old panda, which is odd because I have a cat named Panda right there. This little kitty right here. I'm really glad I put the couch there because normally she sleeps right in front. So, all right. That's pretty close. Leo, my fresh bud tastes like green apple and pineapple. That's not bad. Are you talking about vaping it? That's pretty good. I've been on a Apple kick for a couple of years now. Seems still recent, but not too long ago, I got, what was it? A couple of Apple buds, different type of buds with Apple names. One was like caramel apple, I think. Pretty sure it was caramel apple. I think it was just caramel apple. And man, that stuff was so fucking good and different. What I've learned is I like different things. So right now, this last bud I grew was Tropical Blizzard. Extremely orangey and tangerine and citrusy. In the grand scheme of things. A little fire blazing. We smoked that fire, son. Leo, I love the apple turpitas, especially the tart pie smelling ones. Yep. The other one was key lime pie ones. I had some key lime ones. There's key lime pie and key lime cookies. And the key lime pie one was so fucking good and had that tasted like key lime, like it had a limey taste. I think the big reason I got into both of those really hard, again, I've been smoking a lot of orangey stuff. I've been smoking some grapey stuff, some gassy stuff, some cheese stuff. And when you first get them, they're big. I remember when cheese stuff first came out, like, oh, this cheese, and then there's blue cheese, and then green cheese was really good too. Green crack and cheese mixed was something I haven't seen in a long time. But I think a lot of why I was into it so much was it was just new, different. When I found some new Apple stuff, I hadn't really had stuff that tastes like that. I'm like, that's really good. There is another, I think the wedding cakes and the vanillas and the gelatos all have that vanilla cakey kind of thing going on. It was just so different that people are like, we've done the blueberry for fucking 20 years. And the grapes have had their, although, out of all of them, I feel like blueberries are the ones that I'm not quite super fond of. My friend is obsessed with the blueberry muffins, so I still need to try that one. But I haven't had the best luck with the blueberry strains. There is Mr. Ziggy, still doing well. Can see him very well with this red shirt I got on. For once, sometimes he blends in. You can't see him great, but there's Ziggy. He's doing okay. He's hanging in there. He's getting older, but so are we all. I know I am. Me and the Zig are getting a couple grays. You notice it even more when you're on camera with fucking 20 lights in your face. So you'll notice every little line. But we're doing good. I feel like me and Ziggy are holding in very well for our age, huh, Zig? He's still my buddy. There's now Kitten, so he's extra grumpy about kittens. But yeah, anyone who knows me knows that my cats are a huge part of everything I do. The new cat, Cricket, literally goes everywhere with us. He has a fucking leash and goes on car rides to the store and That cat's with us like a dog. The puppy and the dog go everywhere with us. And one of my big goals for this year, and it's coming very close, was acquiring an RV so I can go on tour everywhere in the fucking state and see every single one of you sooner or later. Bring an RV that may or may not contain a whole bunch of apparatuses to smoke out of. And yeah, just come and fucking kick it with everyone in their hometown. Oh, Frankie, is Ziggy jealous of Cricket too? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they're all definitely jealous of the little newcomer, but he's pretty good. Ziggy is such a good cat. If he was a little younger, he'd be perfect. But the cat keeps wanting to play with him, the kitten. So he'll like do the charge up and like cat smack at him and shit. And Ziggy's not having it. Back in the day, if he wasn't having it, he was fucked him up a little. And like, yeah. Now he's not having it in the sense that he like gets scared and runs. It's like he's been beat up a couple times by some cats now. And he's older. He's not the toughest kitty in the world. He's a lover, not a fighter. Um, so not so much jealousy as just aversion. And unfortunately, she's terrified of him and hisses and screams at him. It's hard. And then now we have 4 cats. We have Ziggy. Shove him in his eye. Just trying to get that for you. Oh. We have Ziggy, Panda, Pandora. There's my girlfriend's cat, but she's out and about now too, so you'll see her, although she hangs out in the other room a lot. Stormy, she's a little bit older too, and she's like 16, 17 now. But there's a big poofy white cat named Stormy, and her and Panda don't get along. Stormy's a bitch. I love that cat, but she just she just attacks every cat she sees for no reason, including the kitten, and hisses at him, I should say. Hisses. She chases after Panda, and Panda's the sweetest girl, so that's why we had to separate them for so long. But now we have the kitten. The house is kind of open, where I'm like, I don't want the. So one of the cats that passed, there was 3 cats, and so we're like, let's keep those cats over there because they all like each other, and then these cats fight, and it's gonna be too much, and they're older. But now we're down to 4. So again, Ziggy, Pandora, Stormy, and then Cricket, the little tiny kitten. And unfortunately, he's just not getting any love from the other cats because he's too old. Stormy's too old, and she's not nice. She is the closest. She's the one that I want to be pals with him, but she's too scared of him right now, and she hisses and she's aggressive because she's so sensitive. And then we got the dog, and I'm in a 2-bedroom. So not. I mean, I want to say not a lot of space, but it's not that bad either. As long as you're okay with this, having a cat on you at all times, there's plenty of room. There's plenty of stuff. The cats themselves would like it. If every single animal we have, I feel like would be happier if it was just them, except for the kitten. The kitten wishes it had more kittens, probably. But Panda wishes. Well, Panda loves Ziggy, so it's weird. Frankie, how is Phoenix with Cricket? So the dog and the kitten, good. Panda or Phoenix, our puppy, is probably the most jealous by far. She's probably the least psyched about it, especially since obviously the kitten's getting a lot of attention, and not just like loving attention, but make sure the cat's okay, make sure no one's picking on her. If the dog comes up too quick, we gotta make sure So she's very unhappy about it. She's getting better, and they're getting better. Really, Phoenix, our puppy, is so sweet, so gentle, and she's so used to cats that it's not that bad. Cricket, again, the problem is he wants to play with everybody. He wants to play with you. So he'll be walking up, and she's like kind of and then he'll take that, like they do that thing where they get on their toes and stop hopping to you, and they want to like lay on their back and kick their heartbeat and shit. And she takes it's just too much for them all. They're old. He's old. She's scared. She's a bitch. That's the basic of it. I love all of them, and they all love people, but that's their relationship with the kitten. Is he's scared of the kitten and uh, doesn't want anything to do with it. She's scared, doesn't want anything to do it, and she's just pissy. So, and then Phoenix is she's really good. They're doing good up until the point where the cat tries to play with them, which is all he wants to do. He's pretty cute, but he's at that point where he wants to play fight all the time, and that is hard. He doesn't have another kitten. If they were two kittens, they would just sit, roll around, and play fight, and it would never become anything. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know. It's hard, but everyone's doing okay. Like I said, we lost two cats in 2 months, and that was really, really, really hard. Especially on my girlfriend, they were her cats, so she, fucking one of those cats was 20 years old, nice long life, and the other cat was like 15. So it's not like they were super young or anything, but I it was a lot, and those were her cats, and I think those were the first real cats that were like hers. She had family cats, family dogs and stuff, but like it's a big thing when you take full responsibility from a kid, much like the new cricket, which I think she needed someone to hug and love and have distraction, and we wanted someone for the panda and stuff. So we got another, and like I said, so with all this going on, that's why what do you want? He just wants to hold hands. He just wants to hold hands all the time. Which I'm like, dude, I don't mind you on my lap at all. But the holding hands thing, you literally can't let me use my hands. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Um, so yeah, I mean, cats, they are what they are. I love them to death. I don't know if I can get any more kitties. I don't know if I would have gotten any more kitties. You know, like I said, I don't know how much they want there to be any. I don't think the dog wanted it, but I think it was very necessity. It was a necessity at the time, um, and it's hard to be upset when you got a little kitten that just wants love and is just the cutest thing. You're gonna be seeing a lot of the kitten. Frankie Ziggy wants to hold your hand. It's adorable. Yeah, it's adorable, kind of, until he constantly wants to hold my hand. Like I said, when I'm on like what's on your face? Uh, yeah, he just sits there and holds my hand down. We got a stage 5 clinger, right? Uh, Gonzo. I'm okay. Like I said, I love the attention. No, there is never a cat that I'll ever know that's probably quite like Ziggy. Like he is so clingy, but he does make it a little hard sometimes. Like I can't touch the piano over there without the cats, both cats, but Ziggy will lay on it right in front of me and be like, no, and then grab your hand. If I'm typing on the computer, he will grab your hand. Can't make that up. You know what I mean? And he will say, stop it. Stop pet me. You know, that's what he's doing right now. He's like, no, me. So it makes it a little hard, but at the same time, I don't know. You can't like train a cat to like be that loving. You know what I mean? Like I can pick this cat up and just hug him, and he's fine. He's happy. He's purring, and all he wants is love. And I don't think there'll ever be another cat like Ziggy. Not really. And I know everyone's like, oh, my cat. There'll never be a cat like your cat, or there'll never be another cat like Panda. There'll never be another cat like every cat's an individual. That being said, Ziggy is a special fucking individual. Lord Frybread, nothing like the smell of a litter box in the morning. Smells like victory. Definitely for him. I could just see him. Yeah, it does. That used to be my morning routine every single morning. Start with the litter box. Fortunately now, especially when the majority of the cats were not mine and I was a little too busy, cat box duties were not mine, which good and bad. A lot of that was me and my girlfriend do not agree on what type of cat litter to use. I mean, sure, hers is probably better for whatever reasons, but it's harder to clean. I'm like, God, I hate this shit. I'm like, if I'm cleaning a cat box, I want to use my cat litter. So I've kind of opted out of that one, which probably pretty lucky in my sense. Although cat litter is not the worst thing. Dude, cat litter is a lot easier than the dog shit outside that I gotta scoop up, which I also don't do because it's not my dog. I've done it, obviously. Um, it is my dog. She's our dog, but I mean, kind of. My girlfriend had her for years before we got together, so at the end, they are clingy. You know, just like the new kitten is gonna be probably my girlfriend's cat. 'Cause those people, they don't separate. They do not separate. So it's hard for me to compete with that. All right, so got another half hour, something like that, to hang out. Uh, like I said, gonna be doing some different stuff. There's gonna be more music stuff coming up here soon. I'm happy about that. Um, I might start with just that because again, I don't know how far this show. I'm really worried about it, and that sucks because the show means a lot to me. So it's really important to see you guys and tell you personally, like, hey, keep an eye out if I start a new channel or something, which will be hard for me to do. So if I start a new channel, one of the first main things I'll do is make a video about the new channel on this channel and post it everywhere so it'll be seen. Lord Frybread, when I was a kid in the 70s, I used plain dirt for a litter box. Hmm. I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm guessing a little different to clean, but it works, dude. Fucking, I'm sure the cats didn't mind too much. Frankie, don't worry, all will be okay. At the end of the day, it's not life or death. Everything will be okay, even if I lose this channel. I just want you guys to know how much it will suck for me. Like, it will suck for me. I will be unhappy. Not the end of the world, just unhappy. I've been unhappy, unable. This show has fucked me around a lot. Not the people, but mostly YouTube and now random hackers, I guess. This show's just caused me a lot of like, I keep on trying to build it and I keep wanting to do something with it because I want to, not because of any other reason. Like even if, that's why I never put ads on. I never wanted the monetary. I just want a lot of people to watch. Same with my music, dude. It's really rough. So having these opportunities presented, taken away. You fight for something, it's taken away. You work for something, it's taken away. Uh, it's just frustrating. So that being said, it's not the end of the world. Hardwood pellets works great as a litter. They're very cheap. Yeah, I've done a few different things. Right now, where he has really fucked up paw. So it's pretty bad. Fortunately, I took him to the vet and it got his nail grew into his fucking pad. It was my fault for letting it get as bad as I did. I couldn't believe how bad it was when I actually saw it. I didn't realize it was that bad. He hit it in the sense that he didn't make it seem like it was that painful, but it had to be so painful. So it's getting clean and it's getting healed now. But we're using these recycled news. Long story short, we're using these recycled newspaper pellets that are really big as cat litter until his foot's completely healed up because it won't get dust or any little particles into his pad. which he actually needs his. Fuck, I can't remember if I gave him. I think I did give him his medication. Okay. Lord Frybread, 5,000 plus subscribers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the thing that makes me so mad about that 5,000 number is that 5,000 number should be 50. And that's not me being like, oh, I do good work. I do, yeah. It's because motherfucking math. All right. I was gaining, God, some days 200-300 people a day. A day. And then, it petered out. And it would happen right after I made a video that did well. Hundreds of people. I kept getting flagged for inappropriate content. And at the end of every single, so right when I'm done with this live stream, if I haven't already, bet you anything I could go to my email right now and it will say, your video has been has been age restricted and blocked in certain countries, shit like that, because the algorithm realized I was cussing and all this shit. Has it already? So not yet. So the only one I have is that I'm live. But eventually that shit will say you've been blocked and all that. As soon as that shit started happening and started getting more advanced, I get like no subscribers. Sometimes I'll get like a couple a week, 10 a week at the most. And I'm like, okay, I was getting hundreds a day, and a lot of that changed. But I knew that going into it that this was a risky venture. It wasn't going to happen. But yeah, 5,000 would take me a minute to fucking build back up. It's not super hard and it's not super easy. What sucks is it's not you. If you made a video, if you have done a stream, if you've done something and it's not good, or like if it's not popular, excuse me, that's not all on you. All right? Because you are a victim of the machine. Is it going to show you? Is it not going to show you? Is it going to like you? Are you marketable? It's not about your content. It's not about what you make. It's not about how funny or how cool, how sexy, how fucking different, whether you're marketing on being good looking or you're marketing on a flaw that you have, but you're accepting and getting through. It doesn't fucking matter. All right. Even if your audience loves you, it doesn't matter. It matters, are you profitable and marketable? Like, can we sell you in any way? If we can't make money off of you, then it's fucking worthless. But if I was doing this, and like there are people who get away with doing the drug thing, but they are worth money. Their subscribers are so strong and so many of them somehow, some way, for whatever reason, whether it's the fans or this or that or their sponsors or whatever, that it's more profitable to have them on and take that revenue than it is to just get rid of them. For me, the one thing they hate more than anything is for somebody to make money that they can't get a hold of. So if I use this YouTube as a platform to gain fans, but then I took them off of YouTube to check out my music, check out something else, like if I was selling something or something, but I said, don't go through my YouTube link, go through, why would they want to promote that? They don't get no money or no revenue or no cut. They don't promote what I do. They have nothing to gain. But if I made a cookbook or something stupid and then advertised it in a way that they could sell it with no cussing, no cursing, and no, that's why you see funny, it has to be like TV friendly. And then I paid them a shitload of money, like $1,000, $1,500 to advertise it to everybody. So you got to pay them to put it out. But then it got really huge. Eventually, I could start blurring that line because I'm now a profitable asset that they can market. So the only reason I made 5,000 subscribers that quick, because that 5,000 went really fast. I thought for sure, so fast that I thought for sure, I'm like, this is going to be pretty big because I watch a lot of YouTubers, not pot YouTubers, which would have maybe helped me I would have learned something, which I still haven't ever learned because I don't watch them. But they probably talk about like, oh, I just got banned, or oh, this is how I don't know, maybe something would have come up I could have pulled from. But I'm just shooting in the dark. Um, I don't know, man. Fucking it was shooting up so fast. I thought for sure. I started so small and I jumped above like a couple of the people I was watching and shit. And I noticed that my growth was bigger than some of the bigger shows that I was watching. Like I said, man, I gained 100 that day. I watch this guy, and he already had 50,000 subscribers, and he's only grown like 100, whatever. It was just like that. I'm like, at this rate, I was thinking in my head, it's not going to take long. Um, and then for that to just jump to zero, which is fine because I also don't play the game very well. You know what I mean? I like to think that's why some people fucking like me, is because I don't cater what I'm saying or what I'm doing to fit YouTube's narrative to present to you, which is good for me. And I'm not good at doing things I'm supposed to, but it's bad in the sense that I lose a lot of people by doing it. Rigo, no, Leo. I like Leo. You definitely deserve more followers. Even with the 3 or 4 people on the stream, you still find ways to entertain and stuff. To talk about. Well, I mean, I definitely try. I am an entertainer by nature and by heart, and was born to be one. That's not saying that I think I'm doing an amazing job right now. But oh, hey Zeus, happy Shatterdaze, Saturday. How's it going? It's going okay. Uh, I am in good spirits. That's all that matters, right? Uh, but entertaining is something that I've always done, or at least aspired to do. And when I do, I feel very confident. I mostly talk about musically and like on stage and stuff, but that's a big thing that I think a lot of the people on YouTube might not have, especially if you're like a stoner YouTuber. You know what I mean? You probably haven't been on stage in front of hundreds of people live. You know what I mean? I've had the benefit of being live, and I've had hundreds of thousands, 500,000 views on a video and shit like that. On a video, I thought I looked stupid and didn't give the best information and shit like that. So I know all about any idea of what someone might be embarrassed about. And I know how to entertain, and I know how to wob it on. Yeah, nice fat guava, this rosin here going up. So, I mean, I feel like I bring a little bit of something like that to the table. But the point is you made the thing. You deserve more. You found a way to entertain to nobody, to very little. 3, 4 people. I do a lot of local metal shows, and metal's not super popular. I've had good crowds and love it. Uh, we're doing a festival here next month or some shit, and I'm hoping for a good crowd. I always do. Point being is, I've had it where there's been like fucking nobody there, just the other bands, and they're not paying much attention. But there's like 2, 3 people. And I tell myself, I'm in pain. I've been hurt a lot. I fucked up my knee. I fucked up my fucking arm. Of course, if you know me, I'm falling apart. So fucked up my shit. Um, and I tell myself right before we go on, I'm like, there is nobody here. There's no need to go crazy. There's no need to give it your all. Some of your favorite entertainers don't go crazy every night. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't. And fucking one song in, and I'm fucking right back to full fucking crazy. I have a very all or nothing mentality, and the amount of people in front of me doesn't matter much, which I think is a blessing, because a lot of people take that shit, good or bad. You know what I mean? More people, yay. Less people, fucking, they get upset or scared, or more people, they get fucking nervous or some shit like that. It doesn't really fucking matter. That being said, especially for my band, because that's not just me. I mean, of course, I want it too. But with my band, it's a group effort and there's a lot to it. I always want more fucking people. Every time we do a show, everyone's excited. Everyone has a good time. Guarantee if you're not into metal, whoever I'm talking to, you come to one of our shows and you'll be fucking entertained. Especially if you're on this show right now. If you can listen to this, if you go to one of my metal shows, I guarantee you will walk out fucking entertained. No question. More than any other fucking local metal act out here. I don't fucking care. I'm willing to say it. Just because, like, again, and I'll cater to someone like you or me because we're on this channel. But I walk out, first thing I fucking grab is the gigantic prop bong. That is how I walk on stage at my metal show. This thing lights up and is smoking, fucking blowing smoke all over the crowd. We have fucking band members fucking blood going everywhere. We got fucking bubble guns. We got beach balls and shit, like old school rock shows. Like it's like I said, and it's funny and it's fun and it's brutal and it's metal and it's all these things. And I'm like, okay, that's entertainment for me. I really wish I could find more bands like my band to go to. Frankie, if y'all came to Florida, I'd totally get tickets. I'll tell you what, Florida might be the last fucking, just because it's so far. It's so far from where we are. You are as far from us in America practically as can be. But I got this fat dab, so I'm not going to be talking for at least a second here. So everyone's sticking with me, all two of you. Let's enjoy a dab. Cheers, everybody. Look at that glubber. There we go. Dag nabbit. Dab nugget. Dab. Woo. Why is this so hard to hit for some reason? Woo! That's dabber right there. Ugh. This is the last of this jar I had of this rosin my friend pressed, which it's pretty good. I'm shocked how good the resin really did turn out when I actually saw the weed that he pressed. I'm like, it's pretty subpar weed. Man, rosin can really bring out the best. That's what it's doing, pretty much, right? But whew, it is a little rough. Not in smoking some rosin though. Pretty much primarily, that's the only dabs I take, and I dab every day. I can't go back to fucking butanes and shit like that. I'll take the shittiest, lowest priced rosin, shittiest, over pretty much the best fucking butane hash you can get. To the point of almost like those diamonds and shit. I'm like, yeah, but I just don't like how they're fucking extracted. It gives me a headache and a weird high. I don't like the feel of it. Lord Fried Bread, Chinese eyes. So I had a friend who legitimately thought that I was fucking Chinese for like a long time. He's like, man, like the first like 5 times I met you, your eyes were fucking like closed. And he's like, I'm not trying to be mean. He's like, I thought you were like Chinese. And I'm like, well, it's not mean to me. It might be mean to Chinese people. You might want to apologize to them, not me. But sorry, Chinese people. But yeah, I don't think I have much Chinese in me. Although I feel like my eyes don't get very white, and that's a true fucking story, dead true. That motherfucker was like, he said that he's like, at one day we were hanging out, and maybe we're out, and I opened my eyes more, and he's like, yeah, it's like if you met an actual Chinese person for a really long time, and then one day they just like open their eyes like super wide, and you're like, how do I even bring this up in a politically correct way? Which back then there wasn't a fucking politically tie stick. You know that shit that's tied to a stick, man. Which okay. Lord Frybread just said tie stick question mark because it's funny. Tie, I get it, but it brings up a good question somewhat. So I've heard the joke from Cheech and Chong, obviously, where he's like, I've even smoked that tied stick. Tied stick. You know, that stuff that's tied to a stick. I think what even adds more confusion is I saw an article from a vintage High Times about Thai stick, weed from Thailand, but they wrap it around sticks. So I'm like, man, so you can get, so is it Thai stick with a double meaning, which I kind of like. I don't know. Pretty cool looking. But I always, yeah, so it's a fitting joke. I guess I just always thought it was Thai stick. I heard the Cheech and Chong part first. So when he said that, Tide stick, I don't know. I guess even in that movie, Nice Dreams, they're kind of selling like weed tied to a stick. Anyway, that's probably more thought than I put into it than I probably should have. But so when he made the joke, I figured he was like, it's Thai stick being Thai, but he made the joke Thai like Tide. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. I guess I just never associate the fact that there was actually weed tied to sticks, and then it happened to be from Thailand. I don't know. Right over my head, and now I'm stoned, so it's probably once again. That is cooked. Well, there's quite a bit here, so we will dump it right in the old. Because that stuff right there makes extremely good edibles, I have found. So when you make edibles, you need to decarboxylate your weed, which is heating it up pretty much close to 200, right in that area for half hour, 45 hour, something like that. Kind of like when you smoke weed, the way you're actually getting high is you're igniting it in some way. So you're heating it up to change it on the molecular level. Um, Again, decarboxylation. And then this stuff here, because it's already been smoked, but there's a lot of it, turns that black color pretty much swirls of browns and stuff. But it's primarily like that dark black. When you stretch it, it's sometimes reddish, has like different colors kind of going through it. But it's already been decarbed by being heated up in this area. So you can take that stuff, which I get quite a bit of, and what I found the easiest way to do is you freeze it inside the silicone thing, then pop it out. So it'll just pop out in a giant thing. And then I have a candy melter, but you could just use a double boiler and get chocolate. And you really got to mix it up good. Like whenever you think it's mixed up, mix it up for another like 30 minutes because you'll see it takes a lot for this to warm up and evenly go through the chocolate. But it's as easy as that. You just melt it into that chocolate, stir it, and then fucking pour it into whatever mold, bar, bites, whatever you want to do. I usually add a bunch of like peanut butter chips and marshmallows and cashews, whatever. Then you put it in your little mold, pop them out, bam, you have ready to go fucking edibles, like the easiest edibles. So that was probably going to be one of my first. It was my first cannabis uh, cooking show episodes. Was just melting chocolate into the whatever you're gonna make. That's me, Stone, doing whatever chocolate, fucking shit. Uh, I have a full jar of. Leo says I have a jar full of ABV bud. I'm probably gonna make into tincture. ABV. I might need some help. Already been vaped bud. Is that what that is? If that's right, and I guessed it, I would be slightly shocked. Bam. How'd I know? No, just kidding. So, make it into tincture. 1,000 years, missed the process. It's pretty fun. Haven't crushed nugs. What do you mean haven't crushed nugs? Um, Jesus. For some rosin. I'm thinking it is pretty fun, and I do have a little rosin press over there, so I can do that. In fact, what I should dab on, but I'm almost out, is this stuff right. Oh, where's my jar? I had like 5 jars, but I just moved everything over. Oh, here it is. Is this one? Should be this one. This stuff right here is the best hash. This is the equivalent, the best hash I've ever smoked. It's as good as anything I've ever smoked. And it's definitely the best I've ever made. So I grew this weed. I washed the hash out. I did a dry extraction, a wet extraction, a ice bubble. I made bubble hash pretty much out of it. But at the end, I took it and I pressed it in the rosin press and turned it into dabs. And it's almost gone now. But that little bit left in there is personally the most special hash I've ever had. Just because of, again, it's all that process. And I made it with that tropical blizzard. So this is as flavorful, clean, and nice as any hash I've ever fucking smoked. And I made it, which I'm extremely proud of. So I do feel confident in the fact that I could, like when I pressed it, it was clear. I don't know if I have a picture. Already been chewed. ABC gum, yeah, it's been a while. Haven't heard that joke in a long time. It's gonna be so old. I'm gonna have to go back before. Me, right? I have a video of me pressing this, and it's beautiful. It's like clear gold. It's not, like I said, it's the best I've ever had. I've seen better, or at least it looked better. Come on, so many pictures. I take a lot of pictures apparently. There's his hatch. It's gonna be before that. I really want to show that video because it's extremely beautiful to look at. Wait a minute. Okay, now we're getting close. Getting close. I'm recognizing some of these. You got to bear with me. I'm so sorry. All right. Loaf of bread. I don't know the Mandela effect. Stacy Keach says, wait, Stacy Keach now says $5 billion at the price tag. 5 billion. But I remember millions. Yeah, that's a different one. I kind of remember billions just because he does it in that 5 billion. Yeah, I'm a stoner. I don't want to get too in it. Jesus, I used a panini flatbread presser, decent return, but never tasted great. So I've seen people use shirt presses. I've actually had a great press with my hair straightener. I got a good hair straightener for it though. Like it's like an extra wide one for some stupid reason. I'm right here. Like I'm seeing all the videos I need. I just don't see the one I'm fucking looking for. It has to be. No. I know an easier way to find it is I will go to one that I sent to a friend. Still taking a minute, but at least that's possible. But yeah, if I can show you, the stuff I pressed was fucking beautiful. What's going on? Oh, that's not. Son of a bitch. Anyway, it's not taking me forever to find that fucking video. I don't know why. Should be on there. Maybe I got Facebook. I ever posted a photo. Those there. Upload. Is there a way to find the videos? Of course not. Why is everything so hard? Reels. There we go. Maybe I put a reel of it. Oh. Now I'm having this weird thing where like, did I ever fucking post those videos? Did I ever make those things? I thought I did. Okay, here's some of them. So that was the wash I did. Here's the press. Yeah, that's how clear and gold. Like it was. Then I whipped it up. After that, I ended up whipping that, just letting it kind of cure room temperature. And yeah, very impressive. um, and again, the fact that I did the whole process is what made it super good. And like, I've smoked. I was smoking it with someone who's like pro, you know, and when they give you the stamp of like, yeah, that's really good. I'm like, that stuff, like, I mean, I so for my birthday one year, my mom got me some rosin, and I got just like 80 fucking plus bucks for a gram. 80 bucks for a gram, maybe more. And I kind of hinted at, I'm like, how much did you fucking spend on this? It was really, really good. Because at the time, probably the best hash I'd ever smoked, the best hash I've ever seen. It was insane. Still kept the case so I could remember. It was something. It was called like soy sauce or some shit like that. Don't know why, but it was impressively good. And this is just as good. So that was a big part of doing the shows. I wanted to show you how in a house the size of nothing, you know, you can take one plant, grow it, freeze it, wash it, press it, and you have, you know, the best of the best stuff, you know, for fuck 80 bucks a gram. You know, it paid for itself, although I ain't paying 80 bucks for a gram. Fuck that. Hazy's got a good small return off a flat hair straightener as well. The one I have is perfect. It's like fat. It's like a so you can actually put a decent amount in there. And then I would fucking stand on it full weight. So like it got hella pressed. It was actually amazingly well done. Um, Kind of funny. Jesus, that's the dry sifting process looks like. So it's actually so when you saw that laid flat sifted out like that, I did technically sift that. Let's see, that stuff. Yeah, I just kind of showed it, and then I packed it into the bag. Kind of did a quick video of me just pressing it. So, but it was actually done with a washer. So that's my washer. That was the wash I made it with. So toss it in there into my washing machine. So from the washing machine, we did some vortexing. And that's my setup. And then from there, I have it going, dripping into bags. Right there, I'm using 4, maybe 5 bags. And then it gets drained down the bottom, just like that. So that's basically the setup. And then from there, it got into, I take the wet material, put it in the freezer for a bit with the materials, and I get like a flour strainer or cookie dough, flour. I don't know, I was thinking cookie dough. Just a mesh strainer, a really thin one, the bowl ones that you have. And I'll put it in there. I use 2 of them together and put it on a piece of parchment paper to get as finely laid out as possible. And then put that inside of a pizza box. So I put parchment paper in the pizza box, lay it out, put that in the fridge for at least 2 weeks. And then you're able to press it like it's fucking stuff. It's crazy. Leo looks real fire. I prefer hash itself over rosin, but love me some good rosin once in a while. So, and same with the guy I'm making it with. I watched a lot of his stuff too. He's actually a bit more of a dabber than I am, and I'm a huge dabber, as you know. I am much more into smoking hash. If I had it my way, I would have a brick, and I will. I will here soon. A brick of hash, and that's what I smoke off of. This is my stash. This is the captain's stash. You know what I mean? So I constantly am just breaking off little chunks, putting it just like that, and that's how I get high. But a lot of my girlfriend's not super into smoking hash like that. She likes smoke flower and joints, and that's my second best way. Um, Dabbing, it's mostly because it doesn't smell and I can do it portably and I can do it out in public and stuff. Like last night, I went to the Brit Floyd concert and just dab after dab after dab. So, Jesus, that's a wild high tech setup. It's pretty high tech too, and I have it. It is. So it's the washing machine. So I have it right next to my sink, which is cool. So I fill it. It's got ice in there. It drains into a bucket, and then I have a pump, and it pumps it back into it. So it's a circulating system. So once I started doing that, no more wasting water. Dude, the water fucking, and then it's crazy how much I will get out of it. I get every last bit. So if you're fucking penny pinching, if you hate watching people throw away weed, then when I started putting out these production videos, it's like, okay, this is how you get every little bit. So, which to me is important, man. Fucking, there's a lot of people in the industry that I bet would be like, holy shit, you're done double your profit that way. But I look at it as double my product because I'm taking it all and using it all. I don't sell anything. I would if I didn't smoke it all. Do you know how much I'd have to fucking have for me to be able to sell anything? And I live in a small quarters. But anyway, so I have it set up now with that recirculating water. And since I did that, my water fucking is super fucking. I can get the shit done for super cheap. Get every last bit of it out. Set your whole setup up for like 400, $500 or something like that, which is a lot, but I'll get you fucking thousands of dollars of hash super quick. Again, my biggest goal in the show and a lot of things I do is to get people the information I wish I had. I would have killed for all this information. But also some of it didn't exist, like the rosin pressing and shit. Whatever. So yeah, woo! That's that, my friends. We're gonna finish this bowl, and yes, this is the way to do it. Uh, there, I've learned that there are true hash head people. I am definitely one of those where like that's my if I had my way, I'd probably just smoke hash all the time. But I don't know. Too much of everything gets a little old. So I like smoking flower a lot too, especially if it's good fresh flower that I grew. And that's where it comes from. It's hard to beat the fucking the source. It's hard for the which make habit to beat that. But hopefully you'll see a bunch from me. I am probably going to be streaming this evening when I get home. I have to drive for me pretty far. It's fucking hour there, hour back. But I will be on this evening. But tonight will be a nice shorter stream. Uh, in a sense, I'm gonna be doing maybe a track a day. That's where I go on and I make a song on Fruity Loops every day. Could be anything. My goal is to by. I mean, if I do a track a day, I might call it something else so I don't obligate myself to do it every day. But I make music every day anyway in my studio right here. I'm like, all I have to do is put on my streaming stuff. And I set it up now where you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing in the video. And then I'll be down here at the bottom corner or whatever. So you'll see this view of me. And then I'll be fucking doing my thing. It'll be pretty much a Shatterdaze, but making music. Because like I said, I'm making music every day anyway. I want to incorporate more music because I have more chance of that being a thing. I'm trying to start a production company here in Colorado. I would say if you know anybody in Colorado, but I'm guessing you're not in Colorado. So, but here in Colorado, I'm trying to start to turn this room. My goal is, do you want to come down here and make music in this room with me? You know what I mean? Because I've gotten to the point where I make really professional stuff. I put a lot into everything I do. Like, I don't have much money, yet there's thousands of dollars of fucking camera equipment, thousands of dollars worth of music equipment, and thousands of dollars worth of fucking weed making and hash and fucking grow equipment. It's because it's all shit I use to create and all shit I use uh, that I want to build with people. You know what I mean? Like that's the big goal. So one of the things I want to do, and it might be more focused in than if I do have to make a new channel, is making this a place that people want to actually come and record. Because I can do full bands. Like I said, I'm now to the point where I'm like, I could be a fucking touring manager. I could do set up stuff. All I need is people, and I already have a bunch of connections in Colorado, and I know how to make connections is a big thing. And get in contact with people and yada yada. So who knows? But that's kind of my big goal is to turn this into a local place to do stuff because this is a fun place to be, uh, which was a huge part of why I feel like if you want to have some magic in your music, you need to feel that magic in your studio, like it all what's going on at that time and place. So I try to make this the most relaxing, funnest place to be because that's when I do my best work. But yeah, so I'll probably be on a little bit later tonight. Bullshit. They'll be short, and I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that's something I can check right now before I get off. Trying to think of how I'm going to check comments while I'm doing everything else. Because if I'm up looking at my uh, music program, am I going to be able to see what I want to see? And I think that's going to be okay. I'm now watching myself watch myself. I was gonna say before I show you this, is there anything? Before I show you this, is there How you like that noise? How you like that noise? uh, I'm having too much fun with this, if you can't tell. I'm having too much fun with this, if you can't tell. Anyway, so this is actually what I wanted to check, is I can see your comments delayed. So maybe I can put it up like that. Yeah, that works. Either way works. That's maybe even better. Wish there was a little bit bigger. I can put this up next to here. Man, I'll have to have it right at my. I don't know where I'll be. I could do something like that. But that way I can work, still see your stuff, not have the computer affected at all. Might have to plug in my phone at some point. But yeah, that works. That's gonna work. All right. So expect more of that. I can't play games on this computer, but I can do music stuff. All right. But I got to get going. I got about 25 minutes to leave. I should be gone for a couple hours. I do want to come back. Like I said, one of my big goals was to do that. Uh, I have a what is it? Page or whatever band page on Facebook that's for my recording studio. This studio, it's just under Razor Wind Records. Razor Wind is kind of what it looks like. And regardless, it's Razor Wind, like a wound up razor, or a spool of razor wire or something like that. Don't ask. It's been the name of forever. Which Razor Wind is fine too, whatever. But anyway, if you go to Facebook, it's on there. Sandy Epic looked like video art from back in the 80s. Wasn't that? I thought that was neat. Good to see you. Good to have you back. I've explained it many, many times in the beginning, but it's been a very rough few months. Mostly what's affected me not being on here explaining it is everything I have has been hacked online. Bank accounts cleared twice. After I made a new bank account, shit, it got cleared again. So someone's like really got my shit. So I still haven't figured any of this out. I'm thousands in debt. I'm short on everything. Fucked is what it is. But you can't take much away from someone who doesn't have much. So financially, anyway, I have a lot to lose, just not financially. So they hacked the wrong guy in that sense, except they fucked over my email. They fucked over everything. So I don't know where the future of this YouTube channel is, but I'm going to start pumping out stuff anyway. But one of the main things I'll do is probably change the main video when you go to my channel, how it like auto plays a video will be, if this channel isn't up, it's because, you know, you need to, I might have to make a new channel and start switching people over to that. It just sucks to start over, but at the same time, I wouldn't have all the restrictions I have on this channel. So who knows? Let's do one more little dab, and then I'll light this, do a dab, and I actually gotta roll out because I need to be leaving here very shortly to go up north from where I'm living in Denver up to the Fort of Morgans. So we'll have to say goodbye to the kitties. I'm happy that your little couch is on TV. Yeah, fucking I should be back on, like I said, even tonight maybe. I'm probably gonna do a video a day. I'm gonna try and see how long I can keep that up. Because I'm always in here making music anyway, so it might be less engaged than I normally am. It might be more talking about music than I normally am, which I don't know how everyone will exactly react to that, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So anyway, we'll see here later on. We'll blaze a few, make some music. There'll be a lot more of this room. Also, if you haven't noticed, you can see more of this room. There's maybe some special stuff. I could actually maybe take you on a tour of the room now. Pull up my fucking pants. There might or might not be something extra special going on in here that you guys might be interested in. So keep an eye out for that. As I burn my hair all gross. Oh, we got kitties. Ugh. Well, there's that. Yep, so I got a special new tent just for in here. I got the studio set up a little bit better. You see all the lights a little bit too much. There we go. But there's a studio. Oh man, I am just burning my hair apparently. Yes, I am. You guys just don't let me burn my hair on my dab rig, huh? God, that smells terrible. And I must have burned a lot of hair. Oh, that sucks. Oh well, shit happens. Hopefully it wasn't too much, too bad. Let's see it. I definitely touched my hair to this. I'm sure I'll rewind it and look at this nasty shit. I gotta clean the fuck out of that. All right. Anyway, let's wrap that back. But anyway, I have a bunch of stuff. But I finally have it set up so we can see the whole thing. My keyboards, guitars, bongs, the whole nines, all here. Somewhere hidden behind the kitty. So try not to burn my hair again. But yeah, there will hopefully be more stuff. I have to rearrange so we can see the couch a little bit better. I wasn't sure if that was going to work, but man, it worked really well. So she's got to be a little bit more in frame, I feel like. So expect a little bit more pan. Hey Zeus, my hair used to be that long, but I had cornrows. Those are long. I have some long fucking hair, man. They officially past where I can stretch my arm out to. So like it's past my fully extended arm, way past upwards, but even outwards. So yeah. And then Frankie, very sick setup. I'm really digging. Oh, here's some more timing stuff where I can see stuff inside of stuff, inside of stuff, inside of stuff. But yeah, so that's the laptop there that controls this whole setup. So I have kind of two different setups, which works really nice when recording with another artist. You should be able to braid it. Wouldn't look bad. Oh yeah, I could do quite a few things with it. Right now, I think just behind my neck would be good. Yeah, got the fat neck thing going on right now with that camera angle. I have to work out some things. That being said, it'll be easier for me to make music now and record it, although I make a lot of it here. It's cool to have two setups because there's a big, fucking huge TV right here. That's what I normally work on comfortably. And then like it's a fucking like 50-inch monitor, pretty much, on a fucking sweet stand and stuff. And then I have a row full of fucking speaker amps over there, bunch of guitars all over every fucking wall. But yeah, that's where I usually make a lot of music. But it's cool because I can have either me here, and that's where the vocal stuff is too, which is over here. So that's where any vocals and stuff would be laid down and tracked and shit like that. So they could do vocals there. I can be here working on the production, or vice versa. I could be working here. They could be fucking watching what I'm doing. So is that Hatchet Man behind the laptop? A gigantic one, right? Yes, it is. Although you can't really see it because Panda has decided to just completely. Maybe if I get some tree. Although I'd love to do all this, everybody, but I gotta go. I can't get into this too much. It is a Hatchet Man behind the thing. It's a giant blanket. I bought it one time. I hung over this window, pretty much over my curtains and stuff, because there's actually a window behind that, which can't really see. There's actually huge windows behind here too. A lot of windows, which is cool, except for I don't look out very much. But yeah, and then got that all set up. So I might show more of that tonight when I do the stream, except for the stream, you'll probably see a small me in the corner and then mostly what I'm doing. Haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that, but I have some pretty cool ideas. So I'll be back on. I got to go. I got to help out a friend, drop off. I should show you all the stuff I'm dropping off to him too. I made a whole bunch of tincture, can of butter, fucking whole bunch of shit. I've been actively creating. If there's one thing you can guarantee I do is I create. But one of the big things I want to do is back to what you said, Frankie. You said that this is a sick setup. My goal is to make this room so fun and so cool that people actually, because anybody can make music from their home. You can buy all that shit. But so why would you want to come to me? Well, first off, I make good music. Second off, this place is amazing. And if you want to come hang out and fucking smoke up on anything and out of anything, this is the place to do it. So it's more of an experience I'm trying to sell as well. And it's mostly, again, Colorado based, but I can work with people anywhere remotely. I can do that. So there's going to be a lot of things that I like, which are, so it's not so necessarily like Psychopathic Records emulated, but I do like that kind of dark rap. People call it horrorcore and stuff like that. It's not even the imagery. It's the sound. I like it. Frankie, nice, 2 whoops. Double whoop. So yeah, and I know that that's where I fit in. I'm more accepted in that community. It's kind of like metal too. No one really likes metalheads. No one really likes juggalos, and a lot of metalheads and juggalos give them good reason. But you know what? I don't like a lot of anybody. Most pop people suck. Most punk people suck. Most rap people suck. Most metal people suck. Most juggalos suck. All those people suck because they're people. And what I've learned is most people suck. So do what you want and like it. So if I like that type of music, that's cool. And what's funny is it's just really hated on, but it needs better representation as well. I feel like a lot of people aren't representing it very well, and it's had a lot of fucking people run it through the mud and being an idiot. So I like the underground music, and I like being the underdog, and I like it when other people don't like it. So being hated on has always just fueled what I do. So yes, there's a lot of music geared towards that direction, and then there's a lot of metal music because I'm a metalhead. Uh, but I make everything. Anyone who, if you could check out my album Purple Shark on Spotify, there's some fucking like psychobilly stuff on there. There's some like techno stuff on the same album because it makes no sense. It's some jazzy stuff, so it's all over the place, man. Frankie, I feel you, man. Much respect to you. Well, yeah. So I'll be on tonight, and then I'll actually be making more rap-based music, which not many people have ever seen me do. But I can do that shit. I've been doing that for 10 years, man. If there's one thing I excel at, it's fucking that. So, all right, I got to roll. I'm already late. Thought I'd be off half hour ago. I'll see you here tonight if you want. If not, I'm gonna start trying to stream all the time, although it might be more music based. Sorry, buddy. But hey, I'll be on here. Leo, see ya. Sandy, gotta go. Real glad to catch you stream today. I'll catch you later tonight. Yep. If you want, man. Like I said. Also, if I start straying away from the norms, it's also because this channel has become weird, fucked up, unfortunately. And but yeah, I'm still just gonna be getting high and making music, so it's not that weird, right? At the same time, I'll just talk to you more as we talk. If nothing else, I should start doing the Shatterdaze again because I have all my count